Today I'm going to be making a video showing you guys how I warm up and get ready for a spicy session of Rainbow Six Siege and make sure that my aim is on point before I load into my first ranked match of the day. The first step is to make sure that you have the game updated before you make a YouTube video about it. It's taking so long. The first thing I do is a custom game drill. I have the match set to Hereford base and the time set to 600 seconds and the prep phase to 15 seconds. Doesn't matter too much, but just make sure you're on Hereford, hostage, and you have 600 seconds. So on Hereford, there's this shooting range with four targets, four silhouettes. We're going to be shooting at them in a certain pattern, and I'm gonna have even like a little scoring thing to go along with it. That way you can actually compete with yourself and measure if you're improving or not. And what this is gonna be doing is just isolating purely your aim and your speed and just your sort of raw mechanical skill. So here we have those four targets I was talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I usually do is I stand right in between these two wooden posts. I get a gun, typically some sort of weapon that you can use semi-auto with. In this case, I'm using Zofia with a 2x scope. And then I pick a pattern that I want to shoot with for the targets. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I usually do. But sometimes you want to mix it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever you want to do. It is good to change things up, otherwise your brain will just get used to the habit of that one specific pattern, and then you'll plateau, not actually improve your aim. So the basics of it is like this. You get the picture. You're shooting at a target repeatedly. Where people make the mistake when I've showed them this is they go way too slow. They want to get, the perfect accuracy. They'll go for only headshots and they'll take their sweet time, just making sure they hit every shot. But the issue here is that in the middle of a ranked match, you don't have all this time to slowly transition to a different target. You need to be fast. So when you do this drill, I want you to be fast, and if you miss, that's okay. That's kind of the point. We're finding your your upper limits, your comfort zone. So I want you to go as fast as you can, and then once you start missing, stay at that level and keep drilling that until you are no longer missing. And then you can make it harder and go a little bit faster. And if you get to a point where you're just racing around this with body shots, sorry, I can't talk, switch to headshots. Another thing that I do to make it more challenging is I actually time myself on my phone with a little stopwatch app to compare my speeds. And to make sure that I'm not going faster but being less accurate, what I'll actually do is add scoring into it. So if I see that I miss a shot, I'll deduct maybe 2 seconds. Or I see if that I land a headshot, I'll add a second. And it's pretty easy to see the ones that you miss. The headshots are a little bit harder to notice, but as long as you're not bunching them up in the same spot, you can count them pretty easily. For a full example, I'm going to run through the whole thing twice, and hopefully the second time I will have a better speed and accuracy. So here we are again, about to run it a second time. Get in position in between these two wooden posts, put your gun on semi, pick whatever pattern you're going to use, and get your stopwatch. Get started. All right, here we go. Alright, and that's that. Alright, so get 404 this go around, minus the 2 seconds it probably takes to start and stop it. Let's call it 402. And then we're going to check our misses. We got 1, 2. Alright, so 2 misses, which that's not good because that's adding 2 seconds per miss. So actually our score time is not looking so hot. But let's check headshots. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I add 0.5, or I decrease my total time by 0.5 seconds per headshot. So that's going to be a 2-second decrease. So the misses, we're up to 406, but with the headshots, we're down to 404. So our score time is actually better. Actually, our raw time and our score time. So, if compared to the first round, our raw time was 407. The second round, our raw time was 402. But with the scores applied, our time for the first round was 413. And for the scores applied for the second, our time was 404. So, in both areas, there was a small improvement. Obviously, this can be kind of boring. I think that adding these scores and times makes it a little more competitive, a little more interesting, because you can sort of compete with yourself to get that high score. But yeah, at least there's been a small improvement. You can run this as much as you want. I usually do it until I see an improvement for the day, and then I carry on. So this next drill I'm going to show you is focusing on flicks and different degrees of flicks, 90 degrees, 180, 360 if you want to do those. And if you noticed in the drills I was just doing, the 4-target drill, I stayed ADS'd the whole time. You don't have to do that. That's just what I do for consistency. For this drill, though, I'm going to be coming in and out of ADS as I flick. So you go in here. Again, Hereford, bedroom. About a headshot height. Punch a hole. Not a perfect hole. We'll do it right here. Whatever, you get the gist. So then you come over here, do the same thing to this wall. So this would be 90 degrees. You're just going to snap back and forth with the goal of shooting right in that little punch hole. Pretty simple. Oh, I'm on full auto. Now the goal of this, in terms of what you're trying to achieve, is most people, their aiming down sight speed is slower than their hip fire speed. So what you want to try to go for is, when you come out of that ADS, you don't want to come back into it until you're just about on the second target. So in slow motion, it would look something like this. Get what I'm saying? You don't want to come out and then come back in too early and slow yourself down. And that's 90 degrees. You can do the same thing, 180. I can't even see the hole. There it is. You guys get the gist of it. That's about it. Punch some holes in a wall, 2 holes, and flick back and forth between them, coming in and out of ADS. With the goal of not hitting the wood. That's the bad thing. Don't hit the wood around that hole. And also shoot the fucking radio. Another similar thing you can do to the 4-target drill out in the shooting range but maybe a little bit faster. Just come out here to this garage wall and punch a bunch of holes in it. In whatever pattern you want. And then just shoot at them, or through them, real quickly. With the goal of not hitting the wood, like me. Yep, that's just another alternative you can do. I'll usually run those Hereford drills a few times, really just until I'm satisfied with the speed and accuracy. For some, it may only take 15 minutes to get warmed up. If you are an old sack of shit boomer like me, it may take you a lot longer. Usually I'll run all the drills I'm showing you together for about an hour until I'm satisfied, which I know sounds like a long time, but I'd rather warm up and get all of my shitty aim out of the way, especially because I haven't been playing this game regularly for like 4 months. Actually, in 4 months I've only played 5 ranked matches. I've been taking a break from Siege, probably explain why in another video. Anyways, let's get back to this video though, and I'm going to show you the last thing I do to warm up. So a lot of people will ask pros or competitive content creators on Twitch and YouTube what they do to warm up, and a lot of people will just say, just run THunt, bro. And that is good advice, but what I don't like about it, when you put it so briefly, is people think that means that they should just hop into THunt and just run it until they're winning over and over again, and that's not really the point. What you really want to do is go as fast as you possibly can. You want to rush into a room stupidly where there's 5 terrorists staring at you and about to light you up, so that the only thing that can save you is quick reaction time and accuracy. You're not playing Terrorist Hunt to win, you're playing Terrorist Hunt to get shot at by a bunch of people and try to save yourself just with your raw mechanical aim. So start on normal and just go as fast as you can. If you die, that's okay. The point isn't to survive. The point is to challenge yourself. Sometimes there's going to be a bitch because you never know where the rest of them are. Obviously, the normal one was a little bit easy, so if it's too easy for you, step it up to hard. Do the same thing. Go as fast as you can. Don't worry about necessarily winning. Rush into a room where there's a bunch of people and try to headshot them all as fast as you can before they kill you. If hard is too easy for you, maybe step it up to realistic. I'll usually run terrorist hunts until I'm consistently blazing through it on at least hard, and I'll try to get by with 1 or 2 realistics. And that's about it for the warm-ups that I do. There are a few others I might show in other videos, but those are the core drills. So you have the 4 targets on Hereford, and you can time yourself with a stopwatch and add 2 seconds for every miss to your total time, and deduct 0.5 seconds of your total time for every headshot that you get, and then find a couple nearby soft walls, punch a hole in them at whatever angles you want to practice with, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 360 degrees, and shoot through them. And then you go to Terrorist Hunt and you play them pretty much like speed running them as fast as you can. Starting off on normal. If normal's too easy for you, step it up to hard, and just keep running it until you feel satisfied with your aim for the day, and then you can get started. Normally, even before I hop into ranked though, I'll actually do a casual solo. I won't be in any party, any voice chat. I won't even talk in game chat. It's just me in the game, and I'll try to play super aggressively on attack, just because obviously real players are going to be a little bit smarter than the bots that you fight in Terrorist Hunt. And on defense, I try to go for a deep roam in that single casual, or maybe 2 casual games if one isn't good enough for you. It also helps you become a more independent player. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I almost always play with a 5-stack of my friends and various teammates and viewers and subs for my Twitch channel, which is a great thing, and I feel blessed for it. However, it's caused something that I believe is a weakness, and that's that my team is sort of my weapon, right? I'm usually calling the shots, I'm usually strategizing, but when it's me alone, I feel maybe not necessarily as a weaker player, but I feel a little bit naked, right? I feel uncomfortable. So playing casual or unranked solo helps me sort of get out of my comfort zone and become more independent. It teaches you to not rely solely on communication from your teammates, but context clues and pings and cameras and sounds rather than just what your teammates are telling you. So it'll make you, or at least it makes me, a more independent player when I do switch to ranked. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Do a few drills, run a casual or an unranked or 2, and then I'm good to go. Anyways, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, any warm-up ideas of your own, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like, run that drill I taught you earlier and tell me your times in the comments below. But that's going to be it. Peace out. Drink your water, sleep well, stay unleashed.